In the July of 2019, my dad and I have decided to go on a road trip to Switzerland with our 2019 Mustang Bullitt, and this is the video from that adventure. On Friday 27th of July, we have departed from Prague and headed to Munich to check out the BMW museum as well as the city center.
Tomu říkám rodinná kára.
In the evening, we stopped in a local pub, where we got ourselves a traditional beer and a German pretzel. Das hat uns gefallen! The next day, we got up early, and after traveling on the Autobahn for 2 hours, we made a short stop in Lichtenstein. To be honest, the capital of Vaduz was really boring, but the Castle Gutenberg was quite monumental. We had planned to go to some mountain passes after leaving Lichtenstein, but since the weather didn't look very promising, we have instead opted to go to Zurich and Lucerne.
Přijeli jsme do Zurichu a přeje nám krásný počasí, to je moc hezky.
Zurich was nice, but we didn't even get out of the car, to be honest, and instead spent the rest of the afternoon in a wellness center in Lucerne. We slept in a teepee overnight, but to our surprise, there was also the option to sleep on hay for £20 per night. Switzerland is not a cheap country, that's for sure.
Tomu říkám velká, těžká romantika.
In the morning, we returned to Lucerne to do some sightseeing. This meant that we walked across the famous wooden bridge, got some shots of the city, and we were on our way to Andermatt. The weather was looking good, and we were excited. From Andermatt, we drove to the Gotthard Pass and even made some videos on the old Gotthard Road, built in 1830. The driving was good, but the traffic was horrendous, and so Gotthard Pass gets 6 points out of 10. Through Gotthard, we traveled all the way to Italy, to Lago Maggiore, and had a pizza for lunch, as you do when you're in Italy. On the way back to Switzerland, we have discovered this monumental church, as well as this tight and twisty driving road. The videos don't really look that thrilling, but trust me, it was good. Before the sunset, and on our way to the next campsite, we also drove to the top of the Simplon Pass and made a few artsy shots of the Bullitt Mustang. the pass itself was a 8 out of 10. The following morning we woke up early, or at least if you count 9 PM as early, and headed to Furka Pass. Furka Pass is supposed to be one of the nicest mountain crossings in Switzerland, with breathtaking views and tight hairpins. In 1963, the movie James Bond Goldfinger was even shot here. Let me show you a few clips. Okay, that's enough. On the way to Furka, we drove through Grimsel Pass, and to be honest, it was probably even better. It gets a 9 out of 10. Oh, and we got some cool aerial drone shots as well. Nice. After Furka Pass, which was a poor 7 out of 10, we stopped for a coffee on the top and later randomly stumbled upon the Rhone Gletcher, a glacier with tunnels drilled inside of it. It was interesting to step down from a 30 degrees Celsius on the sun to the freezing cold passages below ice.
Jsem celý mokrý.
From there on, we followed a Huracan Performante all the way back to Andermatt to finish the full circle. But the roads were by far not always ideal. In the evening, we had to decide what to do next, and since the weather was supposed to be horrendous tomorrow, we left Switzerland behind and speeded on the German Autobahn while the sun was setting.
Já bych strašně rád skončil jak to ty hromady lidí na tom YouTube.
We arrived to Prague around midnight, and we were happy to be home. But that doesn't change anything about the fact that this trip was unforgettable.